Mambo vipi? So there's this issue nataka tuongelele kama wa Kenya because now it's becoming too much. Kuna hii issue ya mashule kuchomwa. And I feel like as young I am, I'm not feeling good, especially with the recent school being burnt down, ile fulani ya utumishi girls, ile ya Nakuru. Okay, for me that act itself, it almost made me go mad. It almost made me lose my mind. Imagine a young soul, a young student, a young person burning to death. Sijui kama unaelewa hiyo uchungu. Someone burning to death. It's not something that we should even debate about. It's very painful. And because of that, I would like to wish those young souls wenye walipata mkasa wa moto. We'd like to wish them and say that they rest in peace. Though, if it could be our wish, manze, hatungependa ikuwe hivyo. It's so painful. To the parents, manze, we say sorry, and maybe government ought to do better. And by saying government, I don't just mean Ministry of Education, all the way from school, from head teacher to teachers to parents to Ministry of Education, all the way to presidency. All those are stakeholders na kila mtu anafaa awajibike na part yake. Now, with all those to be blamed, I think government should do better and come up with solution, because this issue ya mashule kuchomwa imekuwa ikirika now and then. What can we do? For me, I think I can propose 3 solutions. One, I think the system yenye tunatumia education, that is 844 system, it was revised long ago. And for me, I always say, even the task force that was formed by President William Ruto on education, that is Mnavus, rest in peace, our able lecturer, there's something it missed. And I waited for it to be addressed. That thing was not addressed. For me, I feel like there's inconsistency when it comes to term dates. Because now tell me why a student would learn in first term 13 weeks, then huyo student apewe just 2 to 3 weeks at home, that is now the break, the term break, arudi term 2 aendelee for 14 weeks, then apewe another 2 to 3 weeks ya kupumzika, then that student again arudi for a third term 9 weeks. Can't you see there is inconsistency of terms? Mi naona the Ministry of Education should move very fast to rectify that and try to push term 1 and term 2 dates kidogo wasongeshe kule term 3, because naona like a student being now pushed like it's like toka hapa uende hapa. Unaona huyu student for like 27 good months, ile tu break ako nayo ni only 3 weeks for 27 weeks. You can imagine, yet you today for third term anaenda tu shule just for 45 days, then anaenda home for a break of 2 good months. Why should it be so, by the way? Why? And I think that's why wanachoka. Those students, they are getting tired of those term dates. Because you'll agree with me, by the way. The current students that we have in schools, not like us when we used to to learn. Yetu ilikuwa tofauti because during our times hakukuwa na hizi mambo na social media, hakukuwa na TikTok. Social media was not that hyped. Nowadays mtu a student is in school lakini anakumbuka what he saw or the trend that he saw in Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and also the dancing that he saw on TikTok. So that student, if you don't give him or her enough time, okay, to relax his or her mind, then he's likely to kutembelewa na ule shetani. I'm not saying that behavior of kuchoma mashule ni fiti. That is point number 1. The term date should be relooked into, rectified. Term 1 and term 2 dates zikuwe pushed. At least at least we make term 3 from maybe 9 weeks to 11 weeks up. That one would make sense. So that we give this student time to relax at home with parents. Number 2, teachers and parents. The moment your student or your child comes back to school or come back home, you are supposed to sit with him down. Mkalishe chini. Mfunze maadili. Because for me, looking at that CCTV, by the way, the CCTV for Utumishi Girls High School, it made me go mad. I don't know whether these students know what they were doing. Aki sijui kama walijua what they were doing. Because tell me, yani guy, tell me why. Yani sijui kama hata walifikiria. I don't know whether they knew what they were really doing. Yeah? To some level we can, okay, let me not even talk about it. You as a parent, you should sit down with your child, mwambie, mfunze maadili, tell him or kufanya hivi ni vibaya. Do this. When he or she does wrong, manze, usiege kiboko chini. Because hiyo itakuja kukuaunt baadaye. To our teachers, I know nowadays rules are very tough, especially when it comes to TSC. They always say, teach and go home. Yes, I agree with them, but it's time to do better. To do better. Those guidance and counseling clubs, you know, those documentary sessions, manze mkuwe nazo. When a student reports to you something that is bound to happen, or some student are planning something weird, it's not something to assume. Report that to the highest office in the administration level possible. Because okay, for me, I just feel like teachers, you also have to do better. Kisikia mastude wana plan hivi na utaki kuingilia maneno, ama like you don't want to be told like huyu anaonea watoto, peleka hiyo issue to the end teacher or principal. I think that is the maximum point you can go, level of administration. Principal can handle that because principal is the supreme when it comes now to where you are or where you are living with a student. Point number 3, Ministry of Education should come up with the documentaries, okay, showing the dangers and the consequences of doing crime. Okay, onyesha our student, and it should be very serious. Hizi ni documentaries zinafaa kuwa zinaranishwa in every primary, secondary, and even in private schools. Kila weekend, these students should learn all those documentaries about crime. Okay, let them learn why it is banned to do crime does not pay, and what is done to people who do crime. With that, you are able to curb all these kind of nonsense that is happening in our schools. Because when a student, manze, akiona ile life watu wanaishi kwa jela, like life without freedom, the way people are living badly in our Kenyan prison. I think that one should be able to curb all that kind of crimes and nonsense, because these students don't seem to know that mtu akikosea ama akifanya crime anapelekangwa jail. And I think it's early time Ministry of Education should act. Yes, before the string is stressed so much hadi inakuwa sasa yezi kuwa rectified. And I think that is all that I had. Okay, my name is Ken Omsafi. You can follow me on all media social platforms at Ken Omsafi, Facebook, Twitter, and also on Instagram. Thank you.